welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and I'm the Beatless Gamer. So hi, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you find that you like this video while you're watching it, consider giving it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, let's get into the build. So today I wanted to do another build that is like inspired by another thing that already exists. That sounds a little weird. Like my Hobbit cottage. It was based on Lord of the Rings. So this build isn't based off of a movie or anything like that, but if you've read the title, then you already know that this build is based off of the Sanctuary Hills or Sole Survivor home in the game Fallout 4. If you've played the game, then you know that this is where the Sole Survivor lived before the Fallout occurred, but if you haven't played Fallout, I'll fill you in very briefly. Fallout itself is a single-player action role-playing game, but the overarching goal of this specific Fallout game is to find your son through completing a slew of missions. It takes place in the future, like in a future post-apocalyptic version of Boston in the USA. So I won't get too into like the about Fallout kind of stuff, but I just want to set the scene. So obviously this house does not look post-apocalyptic. I built this as more of a like before the Fallout or like a cleaned up like version of post-Fallout. So I had a lot of fun building this. This is one of the, like, I guess I haven't been this excited about a build in a really long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but this just really got me excited. And the window update. So regardless of how you feel about Star Wars and Star Wars coming to The Sims, I know it's quite controversial. I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, if you like Star Wars, great. It's really crappy that they haven't been like necessarily listening to what we actually want from the game. But that's just companies for you, I guess. We're allowed to want more. We're allowed to want better. But I am very happy with the window update we got from that game, or like release of that game pack. Anyway, we had some fun with windows, as you see here. They have some like really retro-y looking windows, and we don't really have that in The Sims. So I did what I could, and that's what we have here. The house that I'm building this like based off of is obviously from Fallout 4, and that house itself has a lot of like retro-y like influence to it as well. For instance, there's a very like thick, stark white stripe across the front of the house, and there is no way for me to add that in The Sims, like just drawing a straight nice line. So I got inventive, and we are using cutting boards from Cool Kitchen Stuff to create a white stripe. But if you don't look at it too like closely, you can't really tell it's cutting boards, but maybe now you'll just be like, that is a row of cutting boards if I have ever seen one. Anyhow, that's how we got the white stripe on front of the house. I truly don't think it looks that bad. I am very proud of it, and we're being inventive, you guys. Anyway, the house in Fallout has a lot of blue tones throughout, especially in the kitchen. And like I said earlier, there's a retro influence in the home. At least to me there is. So I did my best to keep that alive. I don't think these counters and cabinets are the best match to the appliances, but like I'm not that mad at them. Like, it's okay. It's okay. We're fine. We do change the kitchen a bit. That little triangular counterpiece that you see there, we get rid of that. We need room for our like garbage can. We need more room for the garbage can. Also, the flooring is a bit different in areas, specifically where you see the hardwoods. There should be carpet tile here, but I don't have anything like that in my game, so hardwoods it is. We gotta make some compromises somewhere. Anyways, I realize I normally start off my videos by explaining like a bit about the house and like why I built in the world that I did and so on, so I didn't really do that, so let's do that now. This home is built in the world of Evergreen Harbor, and I think it is absolutely perfect for a home like this. Like, originally the home is like supposed to be post-apocalyptic and whatnot, so like maybe it's not post-apocalyptic now, but maybe it's like still in this like grungy industrial area. Like, I love that I look out the window in like what will be the dining area, and I see old cars like in the back alley, and there's garbage on the streets, and it just like it's not a super manicured Sims world, and I'm a fan of it. I like that it looks like people actually live here and like threw some candy wrappers on the streets. Not that I want people to actually throw candy wrappers on the streets. Like, if in real life, if we just stopped doing that and we never had to see candy wrappers on the streets again, that would be sweet. But in The Sims, it's cool to see, and I really appreciate it. But keep that in mind. Like I said, there are a few things that aren't going to be exactly the same as the build. That's why we're building it in The Sims, and it's just purely inspired by it. I did my best to keep it alive, and I've shown it to a few friends that don't really, or I guess that do play The Sims, but like have also played Fallout, and they get the vibes. So like I hope that if you have played Fallout, and maybe you don't play The Sims, but if you've played Fallout and you end up watching this, hopefully I have done the game justice. Or the house. I mean the house. My goodness, we are sleepy today. So Eco Lifestyle did some work in this build. We used so many of the build and buy items from this pack. Also some of the debug items from the pack, like the little TV, basically all the like craftable items like the chair, the sofa that's in here I believe is from debug, not the coffee table. There's no coffee table in this build, but the dining room that we built, the entire dining room set is all from debug Eco Lifestyle. So Eco Lifestyle did some work in this one. These are, like I said, items that your Sims could craft typically, like if you were actually playing the game. I also wanted to mention that this build does use a lot of packs. For transparency's sake, I have paid for all of the packs that I own. I don't own them all. Anyways, when I'm doing a build that is based off something, I won't limit myself on the packs that I have. I won't limit myself on like using them or not using certain ones, just to like make it easier for myself, you know, and if I can better achieve like the goal that I'm looking for by using one of the packs that I have, then I'll definitely, I'll do that. That being said, I will be doing more base game build stuff soon, so if there's anything specific you would like to see, maybe let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing your ideas. I have a few things planned, but you know, I like hearing ideas as well. Anyways, what does this home have to offer? Well, it is a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, and it has in-home laundry. Very exciting. Those are like, in-home laundry would be sweet. I live in an apartment right now and we do not have in-home laundry or in-unit laundry. Anyways, the laundry room is one of my favorites in the house. I love that it looks cluttered. We're actually going to clutter it up right now. We put some pipes on the walls, just making it look like an actual like real life utility room. I don't know about you guys, like if you have a laundry room or if you've ever had a laundry room, I feel like they're always just like really cluttered places. Like I don't know anyone who has like a really nice laundry room that they would be like ready to share with the world. I feel like they're always like dark little like laundry closets, or like there's a freezer or like some random junk in them, like random boxes and stuff. But yeah, laundry room, I'm just really happy with this one, you guys. I'm just really happy with it. One of the bedrooms is decorated as a nursery. So in Fallout 4, the main goal is to find your son, and before the fallout happened, your son, his name is Sean, was a baby. So we have built a nursery for a baby in The Sims, but babies in The Sims are pretty much objects. So this room is kind of funny to me when you think of having Sims like actually live in it, you know? Like, here's my mildly interactive object room. Like, you can walk up to the crib and interact, and like that's about what you can do with your babies. So how do you feel about babies in The Sims? I think they could use an update. I also kind of like that you can just leave them alone and not think about them too much until they start crying. Like, I feel like there's already so many other things going on in The Sims. Like, if you were doing just a strict, like, I'm a parent and my job is to take care of babies play of the game, that would be fine if you had to, like, deal with your babies. But I also feel like dealing with babies in The Sims would make, like, the 100 baby challenge that much more difficult. Like, if they started gaining traits as, like, infants, like you just have a permanently fussy trait or something, I feel like that can make it a lot harder. But you know, yeah. Toddlers, on the other hand, when I'm actually playing with toddlers in game, I build a room and I ensure that it has a bathtub in it, and some surfaces so adult Sims can just leave food for the toddlers, and then I lock the door so the toddlers can't leave. That sounds awful, I know, but I've had some pretty awful toddlers in game that like run out of your house randomly. They don't run because they can't move that fast, but like they just leave your house. Like, excuse me, when I was a toddler, I could not just open the front door and walk out of it, but like the front door opens for them. So like, or also like feeding them, putting them in a high chair, that is a pain in the butt. So I would rather build a room and lock the toddler inside. I know that sounds pretty mean, but they're just Sims. It's okay, guys. Anyways, we're in the master bedroom. We're actually finishing it up. We're just putting in this rug, but that's the master. Pretty nice. I used the bed from Island Living because it had the, I guess, like the feet of the bed, the like bed stems. I don't know what you call them, the feet of the bed. They had this like retro-y look to them, and I know that like it looks like an island bed if you look at it like as it's from Island Living, but I think it works well in the house that we've built here, and it fits the aesthetic well. This is the baby room, which isn't that useful because your baby just kind of exists in that room and they're just objects. But like, I guess your baby will age up into a toddler unless it gets taken away in the game, but that's not happening. They're a good family. Anyway, we're just adding some other little cluttery bits here and there. We end up putting like a full train set on the dresser. Oh, and I used the sad clown picture in here. I've never actually put this into a build, but I was like, why does this fit a baby room? It's a good baby room decoration. If I say so myself, like, I think it's good. Anyways, we just have a few more bits of like clutter and stuff to add to this room. This is actually, I just realized, the last room we have to decorate in the house. We're just gonna add that plain set, that train set, like I said earlier. But yeah, I think the nursery is pretty cute. I like the wallpaper. I've never used this wallpaper from Cats and Dogs either. I'm not a big, like, it's not something I would put in my own house, and I know that's a problem. Like, I feel like when I build things, I build them to like my own tastes a lot of the time, unless I'm building something like that's supposed to look like something else. Anyways, we are just finishing up the outside here. We are almost done, and we're just gonna add some like foliage around the place, but that's about it for me, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, for listening to me talk about life in The Sims. I hope you liked this video. If you've played Fallout before, let me know if this reminds you of the Soul Survivor house. I think it looks really good, but that's just me, and I built it, so like I'm a little bit partial. Anyway, stick around for screenshots if that's your thing. If you want to download this home, my name is TheBeatlessGamer on the gallery, or search the hashtag BeatlessGamer on the gallery. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Anything you'd like to comment, just comment down below. Subscribe if you feel up to that. It would make me smile. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out today. I will see you soon. Bye, guys.